G'day, g'day. Just testing here. I have just been finished. I just finished watching the journalism chat, and I'm testing this out on the tablet. I obviously don't have my profile picture, so it'll be something I'll have to get up on there. Where is my sort of messages? First comment. Yeah. Let's see if I can put the StreamYard thing in the chat. Yep, that seems to work. Okay, so that should be good. I sent out a few messages. Hopefully, maybe my mum bakes cakes might come along and obviously join me as well. He's probably been laughing all day long. I have to admit, having only just finished watching Journalism's chat just right now, he finished with one of the best guests possible. This guy literally came on and said, he said, "Oh, I'm convinced you teleported." He's like, "What?" He says, "Yes." As soon as he got off the aeroplane, they teleported him into a studio, and then he was trapped inside that studio. Oh God! But I mean, it's the crazy ones which are the funniest, no doubt about it. So, yes, um, doing well so far. I got zero on the view count. So hopefully, someone might see that the stream is running, and they will come to chat. Um, so without my current logo, I've actually had to go and take a photo of one of my kids' reading books. I went and bought it up at the CSIRO up at Parks, where where they've got the dish that was that took information from the moon landing. But yeah, no, I went and bought this book called On the Moon, basically a kid's book. I got to get the indoctrination in nice and early, as you'd expect. Talks a whole bunch of stuff about rockets and being able to get in suits and stuff like that. So that book has made it up onto the top screen. So, man, certainly hoping to have a few people to join in. So if you do come on and see that stream connection, you can just come in and talk. Now, I don't know how many hours he was on there for. I tuned in, must have been maybe about 12 o'clock at lunchtime, and it's only just finished now at like 8:36 at night time. So I've already had dinner. I sat down and eaten dinner, and I was tuning into it. He was just trying to teeter off the last few people. And he probably I'm hoping that he obviously closed the room so that no one could enter anymore. But I must admit, I was trying my hardest to get into that stage. I attempted probably about 6 or 7 times, and every single time it said, the maximum people that could jump in was 10, and the studio was full. And so, obviously, with not many people being able to get on stage and being able to do their rant and get off stage, I kept on hitting blanks. I could not get on stage at all. So, in the end, I actually opted for something which I'd not done before. I actually went into my first super chat. I'd never done that before. Actually, I'd never really tested out that feature. But I know that when I spoke to Solve about 2 weeks ago, he says, "Well, why don't you just change the subject by sending a $20 super chat, and then you can change the subject and ask whether or not I can interact with Jeranism ever again." And so I thought, well, I'm gonna if I can't get in that chat, if I can't get in that studio back room, I will do something which I've never done before. I will do a super chat and I'll send it to Jeranism and actually get him some money, because I checked Social Blade yesterday, and it said it says things like he could be earning anywhere between like $47 to like $3,000 or something like that, and like that sort of money just it doesn't really pay that much. And I almost want to go and check Social Blade for all of them, really. Go and check it for like Witzer, go and check it for Flat Earth Dave and stuff like that. I'm sure most Aussie debunkers probably are getting maybe $2 a month or something. Who knows? If they actually have been, if they actually do get any money, they're probably only getting about $5. So it's not for the money that we do this stuff. It's for the truth. We do it to prove, and to debunk some of the wild accusations that they seem to make. So 5 minutes in, I got nobody. I need to get some people, eh? I sent a few messages out, but hopefully, I don't know if anyone's reading. I need my phone. Unfortunately, I'm on the tablet right now, and on the tablet right now, I do not have the texting options. Can I have the phone? It was calling, was it? Okay, who was calling? Oh no! Oh no! I conjured the need to actually get my phone to be able to send some text messages, and it just came. My son brought it to me and said, I've got a phone call. So it's not like I need to do anything. I just simply conjured the idea. Here we go. So Rufy does actually want to come. He wants to go to my YouTube. So let me just see what I am. So let me just link. Where is my channel? Oh, I don't want to do that. It always wants to synchronize with the TV. It's bloody nuts, that sort of stuff. You know what? I already know the @ So my @ is Swala GE. That is the link. So it's very, very, very simple. So @ Swala GE. There you go. You should be able to link it from there. How do I go on? I'll tell you what, on YouTube is probably my best contact with Mum Bakes Cakes right now, because I don't have his texts or anything like that. He's on Telegram or something. I might be able to send him a message, but I don't know. Maybe I will figure something out a bit better. I'll send an email to the email that he has typically sent to me. So, right, again. Come on, Mum Bakes Cakes. I want a cake. Bring one. All right. Let's see if he sees that quickly. I don't know. I tuned in so long ago, literally so long ago, that I packed up, got in my bathers, and I took my son to the swimming pool, and we went down a whole bunch of water slides. And I came back, dried off, came back, made dinner, and journalism is still going. I couldn't believe it. Okay, so we've got one follower. It's probably Rufy already. I don't know. Is it Rufy or Ruhif? I don't know. Maybe if he jumps on stage, I'll be able to talk to him. If that is you, just click on the StreamYard link and jump in. We can talk about some things. It is you who. Okay, so Rufy, Ruhif, whatever. Okay, yeah, well, just click on the if you want to jump in, click on the StreamYard link, which I think I've put already in there, and yeah, hop on stage. And can't join. Sorry, man, I love trying to get on stage with you, because you're the type of person who likes to talk about getting out surveying devices and trying to get things absolutely 100% correct. And that's my avenue too. I've got a dumpy level. I like to go out there and align some things and take some observations that way too. But you must have a theodolite, so you're one step ahead of me, which is always good. What I would do, how do I do that? Now that I'm on a tablet, I will go like this. Does that show it? It does. There you go. Okay, so just simply tapping it on and off. works. So it's a little bit different to it's sort of the same as a computer, but sort of different. Look at this. I can just tap it all on. As you can see, can't join. Sorry, he's getting the kids to bed. Well, that's the honourable thing to do. Maybe another night, or maybe after you're done there. Who knows? Oh man, I kind of did this like I just simply jumped on because I wanted to test out the tablet straight away. But yeah, I'm probably going to have to start like telling people in advance when I want to do this sort of stuff, because I'm always sort of just jumping straight on and hoping for the best, and that's not always proven to be the best way. I need to um, give people some time to get themselves ready. Let's see if I can click on my live, and I might stick it in one of the other chats. And now clear that. Go share, copy, and come on, Twitter. Let's go. So send that one down to Piper and Bat Squatch. It's Bat Squatch. They've lately they have not been talking about flat Earth stuff at all. They've been talking about some really strange stuff to Bat Squatch. They have been like talking about like drones and UFOs and stuff, and I was like, okay, it's like you guys have lost interest all of a sudden. But anyway. Here we go. We've got 3 people. Okay, so if any of the 2 new people want to go on stage, you just click on that thing. I've got to figure out how to bring people on stage though. I think it'll just be the guest button. Anyway, anyone freely happy to jump on. The invite is open. You can come and bring your fantastic content my way and tell me all your gripes. Tell me what you found funny about today, because I know for a fact that Witsit was also doing a live stream, because he's struggling to process large videos. I think he said something like he'd had something up to 65% after 16 hours, and he came back and it had failed. Now I've had a few of those ones, but only for like things which are only about like an hour long. Sometimes an hour-long stream can sometimes take almost an hour to process, if you're doing it large file sizes. So it can bog your whole night down. So sometimes you want to really prep that sort of stuff and let it run, while you're going off and having a shower or something like that, because man, they can just consume so much time. This is why I actually kind of think to some degree, doing these things live, I don't have to process the video at all. It's literally just running and processing all at the same time. If I make an error, well, I can't clip that out, and I've obviously got to not, dox anything, and which can be tricky. But I mean, when you're just looking at a picture of a moon, I guess that's pretty easy at this point in time. But certainly when you're live, you have to be a bit more cognizant of what you've got up on stage and what you've got in the background. But when you're doing a video, you can edit it, make it clean, and actually do the presentation. Because right now, with this tablet, I've got no flat Earth content on the actual tablet itself. I don't have any of my charts. I don't have any of my video links. I've got nothing. So all I've really got is my mouth. All I can do is talk. But yeah, I once again call out if anyone wants to jump on. This is your chance to have a chat and have a bit of a talk about what you found funny about today. One of the things I just said before, when no one was actually here, was that the last guest on Journalism Things was literally talking about teleportation. The guy was saying that you actually climb out of the plane and then he was swiftly teleported to a studio. Now, I don't know about these LED TV screens in these studios, but somehow I don't think it would cast long shadows from all of these, of all these like, what do you call it, these the light poles and stuff like that, or the stands which are holding up the cameras. You know, the thing about LED too is the fact that you've got a spread light. So every single one of those LEDs is one particular light. And so if you had all of those LED screens all in a sort of a white or blue sort of color, then they're all emitting nearly their maximum amounts of light. And so you would have that effect where shadows would be casting in every direction, or it would negate that to nothing. So you would have zero shadows on all of them, because if you've got light emitted all 360 degrees and above, the amount of light going around the entire studio would destroy all shadows. It's kind of like, if anyone's here, most of the people here from Australia, you watch the rugby or the AFL, and they've got like 4 or 6 large lights which are pointing down at the players, and they're always running along with 4 or 6 shadows going in 4 different directions. So when you see the football players, their shadows are casting in 4 different directions. But if you were inside a studio and each LED is emitting light evenly, whether that's blue or white, then there would be no shadows on the ground. Let alone the fact that setting up LED screens right next to crunching wet ice is not great for electronics. So I don't know where they keep on coming up with that sort of stuff. But I mean, most of those videos that Jaron posted today, he posted many videos of them driving along in cars that are rolling over the top of the ice, climbing out of aeroplanes, walking from hut to hut. I mean, this studio must have to continuously adapt to their position, like you would for someone on a VR and they can't see where they're walking. You almost have to, like, when you've got VR, you kind of like you use the sort of the thumb control and you sort of nudge it forward or nudge it left or whatever, and that's how you go forward or backwards. Well, if you were on a studio, you would need all 9 participants to be within that studio, and the entire surrounding and the floor needs to be adapting to your position. There's so many things wrong with this theory that they just can't think that clearly at all. I mean, just how would you set it up and then just let a studio be sliding with you as you're moving across from a tent to like the toilet zone. Um, Speaking of, I think I remember journalism saying he had to cut out a particular scene in his webcam where he actually what did he said he had a I don't know if it was a grotesque shower scene or something like that. I can't remember what he said. He used some sort of word, but yeah, imagine that. I would, if you had a webcam on, you'd always be thinking about whether or not you're going to accidentally, catch yourself, you know, you know, pissing on a urinal, or have the cam pointing at a mirror looking at you while you're in the shower. So I'm a bit surprised he must have mind gapped that, because yeah, I think you would always remember. You would always remember. Just don't fucking bring it into the toilet and fucking point it at yourself. What are you doing? I don't know. Well, I got 3 followers simply listening. Um, yes. If anyone does want to come up, obviously I've done that post out again. Go ahead and join. I need more than Mum Bakes Cakes, because he's been my regular guest, and I wouldn't mind seeing someone else on stage. Be good to get some more different opinions. Where is he? I don't know. I think there's only so much of listening to myself that I can possibly do. Okay. So here's a topic. Here is a topic. So one thing that they were just talking about just then, he was talking about um, the sunset morning times as he was considering continuing up the Chilean coast. So he was saying if Punta Arenas was due to I think started at like 5:04 a.m. and then it went up to like near Santiago, it was like 5:40 a.m. And then when they went past Santiago, it became like 6:04 or something like that. And then when they got a little bit closer to the equator, it's like 6:55. Does he realize that? That those times are only supposed to be synchronized at the time of the equinox? So if you actually are on a globe and and Antarctica is pointing towards the sun, then that would mean that the positions of all those geographical locations is leaning away. So from Punta Arenas up to Ecuador, Ecuador is leaning away from the sun, whereas Punta Arenas is pointing closer to the sun. So it's going to strike light much earlier because it rolls around towards the morning light earlier than what the equator does. Ecuador. You're silly, mister. I probably should be getting him to bed too, Rufy? My boy needs to go to bed too. But it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird trying to get him to sleep when it's still daylight outside right now. So I don't know. I'm a naughty boy. I don't know. Should be working a little bit harder to get him to sleep. Well, okay. Yeah, I'm losing followers. Oh, here we go. I'm Mike's case. Okay. Let's go. Add to stage. Here we go. He's ready to talk. Wow, what's that? Is that a kitty cat? God. Hello? God, stop. I got a video phone call. My mum baked the cake. Do you have the mic going?
Are we going, son? Yeah. We have to make sure you should got some water.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I don't know whether or not you're talking with someone else or not, but you're up on stage.
Yeah, sorry, I was talking to the boss.
Yes, of course. And I was getting a bloody phone call from someone as well.
So, are you taking your kids to bed?
Trying to call me. He tries to call me every avenue now because I just don't want to talk to him.
Who?
Mm.
Who's to call you?
So, have you just finished watching some of the live streams from today?
Oh,
like I have.
It's been absolutely hilarious. Oh my gosh, it's been. I mean, flat soil lying about not lying, and then get caught lying again.
When does he not lie? That's true.
Oh my! And then backpedaling, saying, "No, I'm not lying. No, it's not me. No." But okay, and then Witsit complaining, and Witsit and Jared complaining. Oh, we didn't have enough bags to go online, but they were all told you can take as many bags as you want. So.
I wouldn't mind knowing a little bit more about this bag issue because from what I hear, they obviously went and bought more bags down to Punta Arenas, but we're unsure as to what they would leave behind back at Punta Arenas while they left. And then I wonder whether or not because they had an empty flight, they probably said, "Well, you can take a little more now that we're empty."
Well, I think the main issue is the price because both of them didn't want to spend any more money, right? So just complaining. Okay. Oh, so just throwing an excuse out there. well, we could have taken more, but because we couldn't afford it, or something like that. You know.
So do you think that both McToon and McKeegan both paid another $300 or something like that to add some extra weight?
Yeah, I think that's because if you listen to what Jaron and Richard said, that they were both really well prepared for everything they were doing, all the experiments, everything. They actually read documents, like Flatside said, I didn't get my official invitation when he was invited anyway.
Okay.
So I'm looking, and then his email wasn't apparently wasn't showing, and then he put it in there afterwards when so it's like, okay.
So do you think it's more the case that that they read the brochure correctly and they read the fine print on how many kilos they could carry?
I don't know. It's like how flirts are when they read anything, they will skip to the parts that is pertinent to them. They'll cherry pick everything else. So it's hard to say. Couldn't tell you much.
Well, did you enjoy today's stream or not? What did you think? Did you spot anything?
Which one's that one?
Oh, did you catch Jaron Robinson's one today?
I watched a bit of that. I watched a bit of Jaron's. I watched a bit of MC Tunes. I watched a bit of quite a few today, bits and pieces here and there when I could.
Yep. Yeah. It's been hilarious so far. No, I heard that it was gonna go live, and then I see that everyone was obviously trying to catch on with it. So MC Tune obviously was trying to fill the same time slot, and Witsit wanted to get on, do his grievances, because he's been like quiet for 2 weeks. It's I don't know. I mean, look, it is that time of year where people are supposed to be resting, I guess, but still, I mean, a lot of people are dying to see them, go out there and stamp out the stupidity. So,
well, don't you find that strange? I mean, well, and the one thing that MC Toon said about I think Witsit was trying to upload his files and was saying it's not going to work because the files are just way too big, and YouTube's not going to be able to accept them, right?
How are they going to do it? Is there an expert out there who can figure it out?
Again, you've got people out there like Dave, MC Toon, people who know how to upload stuff to YouTube and whatever to break it down into pieces so that YouTube can accept it. But these people won't reach out to them because they don't like it getting help from anybody else.
Oh, too much pride, you think?
Yeah.
Likely so.
Could be. Again, I'm only speculating. We can tell them 1,000 times that the Earth is a globe, but getting them to listen is another story altogether.
Yep.
But it's a shame that just Jaron got paid to go down there. He had a great time. I mean, he told everybody on his channel today. He said that without a doubt, the sun went around us for 24 hours. And there was no sunspot simulator. There was no hokey pokey, nothing like that. Because there was like 10 cameras all over the place filming this thing, right? Cameras filming cameras, filming cameras at one point. Have you seen that matchup between the 3 cameras from Where's Wally?
Yes, the one that dropped this morning. Yes, I did. It was fantastic.
Yeah. So, and there's how they can throw green screen at that, or shadows, or Vapegate. Vapegate. Oh my god.
Oh goodness. Vape. I think that Vapegate needs to just die. I don't know why people are still talking about it.
Well, again, the only reason they're talking about it is they're trying to find any excuse they can dig out, any wild claim to not only discredit the people that were there, but discredit the experiment or the experiments that took place there. You think?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's the thing. Is I'm obviously you agree with me on this. Obviously, is that trying to discredit this experiment
Yeah.
is not the best way to solve this problem. They've got a problem and they have to solve it. They have to figure out a way.
But the thing is, like, it's that's all flat earthers are able to do is discredit the people that are involved in it, like, because they can't present any shred of evidence, right? So they'll just throw ad hominem, straw man, swear words, and call people shills, or even call people worse names than that, as we know, because they don't have anything. They just don't have any shred of semblance of any kind of evidence to rebut the 24-hour sun. It's impossible.
Yeah. No, they got nothing new.
Nothing.
Well,
And I've been. One thing is, though, that I have seen quite a few.
For the answers.
Pardon?
Yeah, go on.
I've seen quite a few flat earthers pop up on my when I'm doing searches or YouTube searches, popping up, saying the same old stuff. But they're new for that.
Yeah,
They're new compared to what I've seen before, right? People haven't seen do flat earth stuff before, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, same old stuff, same old.
Yeah, it's the same old stuff from Oak to Bay, really.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's been getting hammering, hasn't he? Oh my gosh, has he been getting hammering?
I don't know. I roll my eyes when I see that his link continues to get shared.
Well, I did watch a video about not subscribing to him. I don't even mention him if I can get him avoid it. I wouldn't. But I don't. I'm not subscribed to any flat Earth channels at all.
Yep.
I'm subscribed to all the debunkers because they're really good what they do. I mean, I'm just a small channel. I do a few videos here and there. I use logic to think about things and do my own research. And every time I do, I find out the globe it's the globe that we live on. So yeah.
Well, the only person I actually do subscribe to is actually Journalism, because he's got the subscriber only mode on his messages, and so I get in there, and so I can actually dunk on all the other people in the comments. But to some degree, it also does give me that heads up as to whether or not when he's going live. So I'm ready to dunk on those people again.
All right. Again, I was going to subscribe to Jaron, but then I watched his video when he came back from Antarctica saying, this 24-hour sun, blah blah blah. But he's not going to admit that this is a globe that we live on. He's still got all these contention issues with whoever he was spouting against the. So I thought, okay, whatever. Can't be bothered.
Well, yeah. Look, I don't know. I mean, I still think it's worthwhile me just leaving it subscribed anyway.
Yeah.
That way I get those updates. But I don't know if you saw some of the other videos I posted this week, but I claimed my my Bitcoin bet with Journalism the other day.
Yeah.
So,
how'd that go?
Yeah. So back in August, I think it was. I had to go out there, and I had some coin in a wallet, and I went and moved it to another wallet, and then I was trying to figure out how the BetMoose thing worked, and in the end, it actually had its own on website wallet. Yeah. So I sent all my Bitcoin to that one, and made the bet, and I was like, yep. Excellent. So I spent all of the Bitcoin I put on that BitMoose thing to send, and then make that bet. And I was like, I'm hoping he comes through with it. I know it said something about within 24 hours, any contentious disagreements need to be sort of solved. Wow. But it seems that he's come through with the goods, and he's actually approved it. And so I got a huge bank, a much larger balance on my end, and I withdrew it from my thing, and it's all turned back up again. So I was talking with the cat guy. What's his bloody name? God damn it! Something like that. Crypto Roast. So on Crypto Roast, and he said I should I should put it into cold storage for long term. And I thought, well, I don't know. I think I just want to go out there and spend it to some degree. I'll just go out there and buy dinner with it, I think.
Well, if you want to do that, we have a debit card coming out any day soon. So I'll shoot you an email today. If you can send me my email, I'll tell you more about that when it comes in.
Well, I was chatting with a guy locally, and his place makes pizzas. So I can go out there and have a pizza meal around his place anyway. So
right.
I'll be able to pay him something.
Right.
So, yeah.
There are again, like I'm a crypto enthusiast for many years. It's one of the side things I do. And this My mum bakes cakes is a channel I set up for baking or doing videos on cooking, but I've been doing YouTube videos on Flat Earth instead. So yeah, but the crypto stuff is another sideline I look into. Yeah. Where were we? Who we've got today? We've had MC Toon doing a couple of videos. We had.
I didn't really check into MC2 once for very long. I went on there and I was like, well, I got to go because I went to go take my son to the pool.
Right. And Sean Walken's been doing. He does overviews of the Flatzoid and Jeranism videos and whatnot, and yeah. I think he's done something to his channel because the quality is not as good as was before. Who else was there? Eduardo, Critical Think.
Well, I mean, you've already raised where's Wally? He did a really good. That was the first time I'd actually seen the actual drone footage.
Right.
So he must have got that. He must have just got on a message and said, "Can I have that drone footage so I can compile it?"
Yeah.
I'm a bit surprised that Will didn't go out there and release that himself.
Well, I don't know. They've all got their own things to do. They could be busy, family. Who knows? It's a crazy few days since the final experiment. But and this is where the the flat earthers are trying to, we should be out by now, all this stuff, and then, it wasn't live streamed, and all the other excuses that come in from the flat earthers. But they've been told over and over again. I mean, this place they go to, Antarctica, is a bloody desert. I mean, trying to get, he had his own Starlink link thing on the roof to do internet stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That whole Starlink thing was certainly a bit of an experiment. I mean, I think he went and got the premium version of the Starlink just to test it because they had no idea. And I think for a while, like only about 2 years ago, Starlink was literally like probably about 50 things, going around the Earth and probably doing some of the main priority routes. I guess there for a while. So it's taken quite a while for it to get to the point where the southern and North Pole are actually have a few satellites going over the top.
Now this is where the satellites and satelloons come in, where the flat earthers say, "Oh, it's a satelloon," because there's one video of a balloon landing in some California town or whatever it was, and they go, "Oh, now all satellites are like that, right?"
Yeah, well, that's completely impractical with speed. So yeah.
Especially over oceans and especially over in Antarctica. I mean, I've got fiber to the node, but in places like Darwin, Alice Springs, they have these things called satellite dishes, right? Satellite dishes has been around for a while, and they point at satellites. And I think the first excuse was, they point at these satelloons that fly into space or something over here, whatever. So, dear, they just come up with all these excuses, which is hilarious.
Yeah, totally. You kind of did come in a little bit on the tail end of my thing. I'm sorry. What I might do is I might go out there and send some better warning out because I don't know. I just kind of picked up on what I'm now doing on a tablet.
Yeah.
So I wanted to test out the tablet.
The thing is, I've got my audio working fine here. on StreamYard
Yep.
via your channel, right? Works 100%. I can share screens on yours with audio on your channel, right? But when I do
Yes.
it on mine, it doesn't work at all. So I've got no idea why. Anyway, no problems. All right.
Mm.
So
Are you doing on a computer right now, or are you on a phone, or what?
I do everything on like a PC.
Oh
I'm a
yeah,
PC guy, and I like for my phones. but no,
I do traditionally do it on PC because it has all my content on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at the moment, see the microphone that I use sometimes picks up my son's some of the games he plays and stuff like that. And so I've got it. It's just annoying
You
positioning.
should get a new microphone for Christmas.
It is a good quality microphone, but it picks up everything like
Alright.
it can get a pin dropping. So that's how sensitive it is.
Okay.
Yeah, all good. So yeah, it's on 40 minutes now. Look, I think that I might go and do some things and go and get everything to bed and stuff like that. But I might go out there and organize something a day in advance next time around, so that I'll have a whole bunch of people maybe come along and prepare for it a bit better. So yeah.
It's been a pleasure again as well, and I'm happy New Year to you, buddy, and to your family.
Yes. And I see that you've been practicing your not StreamYard. What is it? Restream a bit lately.
I still can't get
And
audio,
obviously, I
so
tried to
the-
jump on. I tried to jump on that other night, but you couldn't put me on stage for some reason.
I don't know how, buddy. I just don't know how.
Yeah, you'll have to figure out what thing gets me on stage. Because I was like going testing, hello, and like you couldn't hear me at all. So
No, sorry about that.
even though I was backstage right next to you, so
I know, I saw that. I just couldn't figure out how to
I don't know. Nothing weird. It's weird.
It's weird. Technology. All right.
Cool. All right. We'll have a good night, and we'll talk about it soon.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Catch you later, guys.